Hello class and happy day to you. Instructor Pamela here, and thank you for joining me today. We are going to discuss the basic structure of how to locate an ICD-10 diagnosis code in volumes 1 and 2. Okay, so in your alphabetical index is where we start to look for our diagnoses, signs, or symptoms. Okay, this alphabetical index is also known as your volume 2. Keep in mind the alphabetical index is placed in the front of the ICD-10 book, but it is called volume 2, not to get you confused, and not that we need to even be more confused of this big book, but yes, it's volume 2, known as the alphabetical index. So your step 1, in the first place that you begin to search for your diagnoses, signs, or symptoms is in your alphabetical index. So I chose to pick diagnoses aneurysm, okay? So this is formatted just like a dictionary. So you're going to go to your A's, and then you're going to go to ANE for aneurysm, and you will find it. And then take notice that aneurysm is bolded in red. This is known as your main term. Okay, your main term includes, again, the diagnosis or the sign or symptom. So let's go ahead and choose abdominal aorta aneurysm and let it be ruptured. Okay. So as you see, we have abdominal aorta, and it gives us a code of 171.4. I also identified it as being ruptured, so our final code would be 171.3. So now from here, for step 2, you can either have two options. You can either memorize the code, or you can write down the code. Or option 3, you can put a placeholder on this page so you can travel to the actual code in volume 1 tabular list as you verify to ensure that this is a ruptured aneurysm abdominal aorta. Okay, so now from here we are going to travel to our tabular list, which is volume 1. And keep in mind this is in the middle of the book where you will find all 21 chapters. So we're going to I71.3. Keep in mind that the chapters and the code ranges are identified on the edge of the book, as indicated here. Okay. And I said that our code would be 171.3, abdominal aortic aneurysm ruptured. And here we go, right there. So this would be step 2 of verifying your code assignment. You go to volume 2 alphabetical index first, it provides you a code, and then you take the code and travel here to ensure that the description matches your actual diagnosis of the abdominal aorta aneurysm ruptured. Okay, these are the basic format of how you code, the basic steps of coding. So as long as you apply reviewing your diagnosis from the alphabetical index and then coming to the volumes 1 tabular list to verify the code, you are on the right track of developing your coding skills. And this is the basics for you to do so. Everything else that you see on the page provides you instructional notations of what you need to do with these codes as you're determining if this is your code or not. Okay, and we'll get into much more of that as far as what the coding conventions are and how they guide you to ensure that you are assigning the correct code. A couple things to keep in mind when you're navigating through this book. The objective is to develop speed and to get familiar with where to locate your information. So I usually have a few rulers and I have straight edges. For example, when I'm looking in the alphabetical index, as you can see, there's 3 columns and the type is small. So if you have a straight edge, it helps train your eyes to get faster and to hone down on the information that you're searching for. And then also it's a great placeholder. So once you find the actual code that you're looking for, you would put a ruler there and then you would travel to your to your tabular list and to verify the actual code description. Tabs, make sure that you get the tabs because they definitely help navigate and help you develop your speed as well. You can keep your notes. You can write as much notes as you want to throughout the book. Just keep in mind that you can't use any loose leaf paper for your national certifications when you're ready to sit for your exam. Okay, so I'm going to post a couple of questions in the discussion forum to ensure that you understand how to navigate through your coding guidelines and how to look for your ICD-10 primary diagnoses. Okay, until next time, journey well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.